Greetings and welcome to Pickled Watermelon Rinds, a guilty pleasure podcast featuring Antie Joan and Ontie, providing our zesty and marginally mature take on current events, pop culture, and trends. Now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Well, hello, Auntie Joan. How are you?
Hi, Auntie. I'm doing fine, thanks. How about your own self?
Oh, I'm just fine, thanks.
You're welcome.
So, folks, it's with sadness in our hearts that
Is
we're
it
here
really?
to tell you that this is one of the last 3 episodes we will be recording as Pickled Watermelon Rinds. Very proud of the work we did together. Very proud that we took on something that neither of us had any background in.
Yeah.
And gave it a shot for a couple of years, and we enjoyed it, but it's time to move on to other things.
I think we really deserve several pats on the back because we did give it a good shot. 2 years,
We did.
over 80 episodes. Yeah.
That's right.
I think a standing ovation.
So we are going to, this episode, we're going to do this unedited. So, Auntie Joan?
It's a we a wig, and not a WYSIWYG, but a wig. What you hear is what you get.
There you go.
And I just, showed you what you'll
That's
hear
right.
and what you'll get. Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just going to have this one be unedited just for funsies. And the next episode, episode 88, will be our Christmas episode. And then episode 89 will be our New Year's and our farewell episode.
So long. It's been good to know ya.
So, with that said,
So long. Farewell. Off eaters saying goodbye.
okay.
That's it.
You sure? Now do you see why we've edited, folks?
No, we haven't edited. You, Auntie,
True.
did the yo person service of doing all these editings. And I thank you for it.
Oh, we both did a lot of work associated with this podcast, and we learned a lot. We learned a lot of things. We, expanded some of our basic expertise and learned a lot of new things. And we already, in our very first couple of episodes, we thanked all the YouTubers that helped us along the way. So we're not going to do that again. Go back and listen to those episodes. Oh, that's another thing. Until about mid-February, all of our episodes will remain on all of the platforms that they're available on now. There won't be any new ones past 89. But after mid-February, you'll only be able to re-listen to any of our episodes on YouTube. Those will stay out there in perpetuity or until YouTube tells us we have to take them down. But for the most part, they're just going to hang out there. So if you feel nostalgic, you can always go back and listen to our previous episodes on the YouTube past February.
And once my dementia or Alzheimer's sets in, I can go back and listen and relive all those episodes that we've had.
There you go.
Yeah. Although that's not going to happen. I mean,
No.
my Alzheimer's, I'm
No.
sharp as a tack.
She's sharp as something.
The sharpest knife in the drawer.
There you go. So on to our regular scheduled program. Just wanted folks to be aware, pharmacists. I don't think pharmacists get enough credit. And honestly, I never really had to deal with pharmacists until the past 3 years on a regular basis. And the ones at the Idaho Springs Safeway are really, really good. Wonderful women that are the pharmacists there. And there's 2 of them. Morgan is one of them. I don't remember the other woman's name. I apologize. But my doctor, so I went for outpatient, an office visit. Got around the whole having to schedule a physical 3 months out or 4 months out, whatever the heck it was, by doing an office visit. And that was to make sure that I could get my blood pressure medication renewed. And during that visit, I also had blood work done, and my cholesterol went up ridiculously. And I am a vegan, and it makes no sense whatsoever. And I don't have family history of high cholesterol. So I did a little research and found out that my blood pressure medication does impact LDLs and triglycerides. And I said, time to change that up. So we've been trying to figure this out for the past 2 weeks. The whole portal thing with your doctors is, at least with mine, is an abomination. They don't get back to you in a timely manner. I'm talking days. Yeah. And then sometimes I don't even respond to what you're talking about, and then just throw in a new prescription, and you're supposed to figure out what the hell it is. And come to find out, that prescription that she threw in that I didn't know what the hell it was, when I went to go pick it up at the pharmacy, my pharmacist said, "Aren't you allergic to lisinopril?" And I said, "Yes." And and she's like, "Well, that's what this is." And I'm like,
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
"No, she didn't put in that prescription." I'm like, "That is in my portal." Like,
Oh,
no. And she said, the pharmacist said, well, she actually put it in for Ben's. Already forgot the name. It's something that begins with a Ben. And it's in the same family of lisinopril. So she's like, and we reached out to your doctor to say, are you sure you meant to prescribe this? Because it's in the lisinopril family. But she hasn't gotten back to us. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want it. No. So I had to go back to the portal and let my doctor know. And she, I'm going to say, hid behind, because that's how I look at it, because I'm that person. She said she doesn't know why her computer system didn't flag it as an allergy when she put in the prescription. And I'm like, I don't give a shit about your computer system. What if, so my allergy to it isn't life-threatening, folks. I get a dry cough in the middle of the night. That's what lisinopril does to me. It is a known side effect of lisinopril. But I haven't touched that drug in over 2.5 years. And it's always been listed as, because I don't have allergies to anything other than lisinopril that I know of. So it's my one and only allergy. But what if it was something more dire that happened to me if I took this medication? And what if my pharmacist wasn't on the ball? And, I'm just like, I'm not too happy with my doctor. I'm not going to say the name on here. I'm not going to butcher her. But at the same time, I'm going to be seriously looking into somebody else going forward, because it was bad enough, the whole not getting back to me through the portal, which is how they all want to communicate. And knowing I was going on a trip, and I kept telling her, I don't want to change medications before I go on a trip, and blah, blah, blah. I can do it right when I get back. It's my request to change the medication, because I really do think that has a good chunk to do with the cholesterol going up, and we won't know until we try it. You know what I mean? So it's like, let's give it a whoop and see if this helps, because otherwise it makes no sense. Anyway, so all I'm saying is, I hope all of you, people who have regular medications out there and have a regular pharmacist that you visit, they're on the ball. I hope they're as good as my people at Safeway in
that's pretty
Idaho
awesome.
Springs. Because, they didn't technically save my life, but they definitely noticed something that the doctor should never have done in the first place. And, and told me, and didn't just, just kept it to themselves. Like, we're trying to get in touch with your doctor. You know what I mean? Which they made sure that I was aware of what was going on. I'm like, I'm not taking that drug. There's no way. I'm not I'm rejecting this. So there's a new one that I'm going to try that I've done all the research on, and I should be fine when I get back from my trip. Not now. I'm not even picking it up until I get back. So that's that. So anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to the pharmacists at the Idaho Safeway.
Well deserved. I mean, they're really doing their job very well. I don't know if I don't know if my pharmacist would notice that, but hmm.
It may be a flag in their computer system as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
and their
yeah,
flag was working, and for whatever reason,
yeah,
my doctor's
exactly.
offices wasn't. And we're not talking like this is a rinky dink doctor's office either, folks. They're part of a very large group, and which again, I'm not going to say. But so to me, there's no excuse. If anybody's system should have worked flawlessly, it should have been theirs. So
Now,
here we are.
the portals, my cardiologist, they're very good about getting back to me, right
Hmm.
away. Um,
Exactly. My oncologist down in
yeah.
Aurora, oh, they're on it. It might not be her, it might be the PAs that are, that are
Oh, I'm
communicating with
sure.
her and all that, which is fine with me. They're on it, but this particular group that is not in Aurora, Colorado is yeah, not very good
Yeah,
at it
somebody dropped the ball there.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm. Oh, and I got a new Shark vacuum cleaner, which I'm only going to talk about
Oh,
briefly.
yeah?
I did. It's corded. The cordless ones, I haven't had good luck with my cordless ones.
Mm.
So I got a corded, which I haven't used in a long time. So it's a learning curve again to like, where do you put the cord? How do you hold the cord out of the way and all that crap? Because I haven't done it in years. It's been like 5 years at least since I've used a corded vacuum cleaner. So it's kind of a pain, but relearning it, the only downside I have with it is the suction is so good that all of the area rugs and runners I've put all over my house, especially the
They get
runners, because they're a really high, thick pile. I
mm.
it clogs it, like it stops the vacuum cleaner from working. So now I can't
Yeah,
even get rid of my latest Electrolux cordless one, which I was planning on getting rid of when I got the new one, and now I can't because I'm like, well, I still have to vacuum those other rugs.
does it suck up the rug in the center, or is it just when you hit the edges
No,
that
it's
it
in the
sucks it up?
anywhere.
Every uh,
It's bad.
well, can't you can adjust the
Nope.
suction.
So the
No?
suction only comes in three well, the only settings you have are carpet, hardwood, or off.
Wow.
That's it. There's no adjusting. At least, to be fair, I haven't gone through the book extensively. I just arrived yesterday. I put it
Uh,
together and gave it a whoop. And I was like, this is, again, something I'll deal with after the trip. Because I leave tomorrow, folks. That's why everything is like being put off until when I get back. So I'll look through the book and see if there's anywhere else that it can be adjusted. But I didn't see, it wasn't obvious to me. Let's put it that way, that you could adjust it any further than that. But that happened.
I think maybe you vacuum too much because I could still use my old cordless Dyson, and then I got that probably 5 years ago. I can't
Yeah.
use a corded vacuum anymore because, well, you know how I am with my oxygen
You have too
cording.
many cords going on.
I
No.
know, I know. It
Mm-mm.
keeps getting wrapped up and tied up, and yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was a big investment for me because those Dyson
They're really
cordless,
expensive.
they are expensive, and
Mine shit the bed in about 4 years. And I
hmm,
really struggled with it for the last year.
mm,
And that's when I got the Electrolux, which I liked when I first got it. But since then, it didn't last very long because I've only had that like a little over a year and a half ish, year and a half.
mm,
And that's already
mm,
got to go. So that's why I
mm.
decided, let me try something. A lot of people love the Shark. I decided to give the Shark a shot. It does have
I
like
give the shark a shot.
the lift away thing. So it's like an entire unit, but then you can take the canister out and like do stairs and stuff. So almost,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it comes like almost like a canister vac, sort of, which I haven't tried yet to see if maybe that has a little bit less suction when it's in just the canister mode versus I don't know. It's probably the same.
No, no.
So, but those are things I need to test when I get back. I'm just like, this is
Isn't
good
it
enough for now.
exciting though to get a new vacuum that really sucks? I
It
mean,
really
yeah,
does. I have to say
yeah.
it's very good, just not necessarily. And I haven't brought it upstairs yet to vacuum because I that's the only place I do have carpeting is in the loft.
Mm.
And I'm curious because this isn't a super thick pile, but I'm curious if it'll even work up here, but maybe it will. I don't know.
Well, good on you.
Well, thanks. So, Auntie Joan, what you got going on?
Well, I had this idea just flashed to me this past week.
You had a
Um,
flasher?
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, no.
Oh.
It flashed in my mind,
Oh.
and I was thinking, maybe, maybe I should just turn my living room into my sewing room, my quilting room. Excuse me a minute. So I don't have to go down the stairs every time to quilt or whatever. And I went online and I looked at people that, that had done that and people with their sewing rooms and stuff like that. And I was really thinking, it'd be a big move because my sewing machine table is very, very heavy. I think I've changed my mind now. I think I'll just stay put downstairs because that's where I have probably 5 rolling racks of fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I wanted to look at a different type of fabric or something, I'd have to go downstairs anyway. So I think I'll just stay put where it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say a couple months ago, if you know me, you know I love my Chicago hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple months ago, I went online to the Vienna hot dog site
Mm-hmm.
because in the past I have actually ordered hot dogs from them and had them fly them out, send them out.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the shipping and stuff is ridiculous, but well, what the hell? I figured, I owed it to myself. So anyway, I went to the Vienna hot dog site and saw that there is a place not too far from me where you can actually buy the hot dogs. And it's the Atlas Valley Purveyors.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not too far from where the 95A restaurant, they were right across the
Oh.
street from there.
Oh.
Well, this place is, I fell in love with it. They've got everything, well, except for big appliances and used cars. They don't have those, but they have like uh, greeting cards, little gifty things, and then the foods. They have all kinds of different foods that you don't just see in your normal um, grocery store.
Hmm.
Um, and then I did find the hot dogs, and I bought they repackage them. I don't know how they get them, but I think there were 6 maybe in this package. And they weren't the kind I really like. I like the ones with the casing on them. These were like the skinless, which I don't like those so much. But anyway, the flavor was there, and yeah, I got them. So, and they even had the poppy seed buns too that are supposed to go with the Chicago hot dogs. I did not make a true Chicago hot dog, although I do have the makings for it. I was too lazy to 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 do all that. But anyway, it was nice to have that.
That's
So,
nice.
so, so I bought some. Oh, that Oscar. Whew, I got the litter box right here. Oh,
Hmm.
anyway. Oh, anyway. Ah, let's see now. Where was I going with this? So anyway, this is a really cool store, and it's also a liquor store.
Yeah.
And they had a couple of people there. I didn't go up to them. I didn't want anybody trying to sell me anything, but they were selling some kind of liquor, and I did get a bottle of real eggnog. So I'm set for the holidays.
Very
But
nice.
yeah, it's a It's a really cool store. So if you're in the neighborhood of Louisville, Lafayette, whatever, look up Atlas Valley Purveyors,
Purveyors.
and yeah, just give 'em a look.
Nice. I wouldn't
So
mind going and checking out that store at some
yeah,
point, but I'm
yeah.
curious, when you left, was it a pain to get out and back towards your house?
No, 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 because you can go out and there's a light and you can turn left.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. So on 95th, you have a
Actually,
light.
yeah, yeah.
Got
So
it.
you go back onto 95th and then you
Yep.
turn onto Arapahoe or go
Okay.
straight to, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I always seen that plaza there, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I wonder what's even in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, yeah, it looks like a pain in the ass to get back out of, especially if you're going back, like I said, towards your house. Um,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, but
And and they've got sauces, different. I mean, they're labeled. They're brand names, but they're not brand names that you usually see in the grocery store. And I did feast my eyes on some herring, so I even bought a little jar of herring,
this meal
which
is
is
getting
supposed to be
grosser
good
and
luck.
grosser by the minute. Between the hot dogs and now herring. Blech.
The herring's supposed to be good luck on New Year's Day,
Uh-huh.
and
So
I'll
are black eyed peas, or yeah, black eyed
yeah,
peas.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I
Yes.
used to love herring as a kid. It's been years and years since I've had it. Oh, mm-mm-mm. Come to think of it, yeah, maybe I'll have some when we're done recording here.
Good. Okay. Enjoy. Yuck. I used to have to, when I worked in grocery stores growing up, scan them, like go over to like the gefilte fish and the pickled
Uh,
herring and all that crap. And I used to get grossed out just from scanning the outside jars versus, I've never technically had it. So I will say that. But I was never, even before I was vegan, I was never much of a fish person. So I can't imagine I would have
oh,
liked
oh,
it.
oh.
But yeah, no.
Mm. It's pretty tasty. You can get it either in cream sauce or wine. I got mine in wine.
Atta
So I'll
girl.
save the wine for you, and
There
you
you
can
go.
kind of sip on that when you
Ugh,
get back from your trip.
with the fish in it. No. Eek. Eek.
And
Yes.
have you seen the commercials for the Brendan Fraser movie, Rental Family?
Yes, he was just on Seth as well.
Oh, was he?
It was either this beginning of this week or no.
Probably last week, because this is Thanksgiving week, and
Yeah, it was last week. Yeah.
I'm sure Seth took the week off.
No.
No?
No, because he has it on Thanksgiving. He brings his mother and father and brother out, and they're his
Really?
guests. Yes.
Oh my, I didn't
Yes,
know
they have a
that.
family Thanksgiving episode. Now, Seth does record a day ahead, so it's really on Wednesday that
Uh,
they
uh,
record that. But yeah.
well, Brendan Fraser was also on The View, and that's what kind of got. I mean, I'd seen the ads for Rental Family, but it looks like a touching, sweet movie that I would
Yes.
looks like something I would enjoy. However, I'm not sure I want to sit in a theater and watch it. So definitely on Netflix or whenever it comes out. But anyway, and I'm wondering if he mentioned this on Seth. He said that the rental families is a common thing in Japan,
Hmm.
and there's like over 300 businesses that offer that service. Did
Oh,
did he talk about that at all?
to be honest, I wasn't fully engaged. He
Oh,
was on the screen talking to Seth, and every once in a while I'd kind of perk back in, but I was distracted.
yeah. Well, this caused me some interest when he said that it's a legitimate job,
Mm-hmm.
uh, or actually they're like talent agencies where
Mm-hmm.
they rent out actors and such to play um, family members. So that got me interested. As usual, I had to go to my Google machine and the Bible of facts and what's out there, Wikipedia. So they define, now, bear in mind, people, this is a real service. In Japan, and I guess South Korea is doing it now, and there are even some little places in the United States. Okay, a rental family service or professional stand in service provides clients with actors who portray friends, family members, or coworkers for social events such as weddings or to provide platonic companionship. The service was first offered in Japan during the early 1990s. And what caused this uh, is in Japan, uh, Japan was a country where adults expressed their love with material gifts. Uh, this is from their history. We in our 30s and 40s were children who received love in the form of things. We did the same to our children once we became parents. What happened in the 1980s? Among other things, people realized material goods alone don't make them happy. They have begun to see what they've forgotten or what they never had. But renting a family is one of the things that they've done. So some of the examples they have, this is really, no, I mean, to me, it's really interesting. One of the people that they talked to said he he played a father for a 12-year-old with a single mother. And the girl was bullied because she didn't have a dad, so the mother rented me. I've acted as the girl's father ever since. I am the only real father that she knows. If the client never reveals the truth, I must continue the role indefinitely. If the daughter gets married, I have to act as a father in that wedding, and then I have to be the grandfather. I talk about job security, huh? Um,
Sort of, because at some point it's possible that the mother will meet somebody else. And then this guy's
yeah,
going to
that's,
be out of the
yeah.
picture, and she's going to have to explain to her daughter that she's been lying to her for the past umpteen years.
But if she never gets the guts to really tell her, she would still probably, the daughter would still want her real father to walk her down the aisle rather than
Well,
some guy that her mom just,
yeah, but there's costs associated with that. It's not
Oh,
like this guy's just
absolutely.
doing this out of the goodness of his heart.
No. And that brings us to the next topic. Office Agents, a Tokyo-based company, offered wedding guests at a base price of approximately $128. And this was in 2009. Then they charged an additional $32 for the professional guest to sing or dance, and an additional $64 for a heartfelt speech. And then there was one wedding where the grooms, for the second marriage, where the office agents provided all 30 family, friend, and coworker guests of the groom because he did not want to invite the same people from his first marriage. The company stated it received 100 wedding requests per year, and they had 1,000 actors on their um, in their stable or whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
So anyway, I just found this all very exciting, and I'm thinking, I wonder if there's a place out here that rents grandparents
I don't know.
because that might be a nice side job,
There you
you
go.
know?
Well, you've got some time on your hands now that the
I,
pod's going away,
I
so
do.
maybe
And I
that'll
mean,
be
if
your
it,
next chapter.
well, yeah, I think I need to look into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then as long as I don't have to make commitments of like going to Christmases and Thanksgivings and things like that.
Well, I don't know.
Birthday parties would be okay, but I'd have to sit. But for the right price, it can be had.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's my story.
I see. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I, I guess it makes me feel bad that people can't just be themselves. And who gives a
Yeah.
fuck?
Well,
Like, why do you
now,
need to rent these people? Like, why can't you just be like, I'm not married.
well, in the article on Japan, there was back in the 70s and 80s, uh, they were very much into the work life.
Hmm.
They would brag about how they wouldn't go home till like 10 o'clock at night, and um, they were so devoted to the work life. So when their jobs started going away, this is one of the things that they talked about, their family, because the work people had become their family.
Hmm.
Once their jobs started going away, then their family also went away,
Hmm.
and the density of the population in Japan, in the cities, I
Hmm.
guess is not conducive to um, establishing close relationships. I don't know, but
Yeah.
and also they are very much into appearances. So
Yeah.
the more people you have around you who seem to love you, the more impressive it is. That reminds me of one other thing. Yeah, I got to remember. It just came in my mind and now it's gone out again. Ah, ah, I think there is a service in the United States where they offer a friend who will pose with you for social media photographs. So you will appear to be, more popular.
That's just silliness.
I
And that
think
person
so
who
too.
hired, his entire groom side of his wedding,
Yeah.
like to me, that's like, great. I don't have to spend the money on 30 people for my wedding. Like, you know what I mean? That's 30 less people coming to my wedding. I get to save that money. That's
Yeah.
how I would have
Yeah.
looked at that. Instead, he's
Uh-huh.
like, let me go spend money to have these people come to my wedding. Plus, now I have to pay to feed them and give them
Yeah.
drinks, whatever they,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever. And I'm just like, no, that's like an extra expense that you could have you could have been great.
Yeah. Well,
I don't get it.
well, and I don't either, but I think you and I are quite content with our solitude. I mean, we're not always solitary, but
Hmm.
we're content
Hmm.
with our solitude, where some people just need to have, that population around them or something.
Even if they're
Yeah.
fake. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and if you got 30 people coming that you never met before, who knows? You might make some new friends, but
Maybe.
yeah.
But you're supposed to pretend like you already know each other.
I know.
So, yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Um, the way they've been advertising Rental Family, the movie, it definitely does seem like a very touching movie
Mhm.
that I would probably want to see as well. But yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, about hiring somebody, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
me,
don't think
well, I'm
so.
always looking for a chance to get away and be by myself, but like I say, for the right price, I can
But
be your grandmother too.
to be honest, there are people that are uncomfortable with how comfortable I am doing stuff by
Yeah.
myself. There's a lot of like, oh, it's an odd number now. I'm like, so? Well, if I don't care, why do you care?
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
See, I remember, you never wanted to invite a single woman to your party because, you know, who knows what your husband's going to do. I mean, that was the thought back then. I know. I know. It's like you can't trust them.
Well, then why are you married to him?
Exactly. Oh no, it's not that they can't trust their husband. They
Oh, they
can't
can't
trust the
trust the single
woman
woman because she's
because
going to entice him
exactly,
because his dick would just accidentally fall into her vagina.
exactly. You
Wouldn't be
betcha.
his fault at all.
No,
It's because
no.
she pulled her pants down first.
And he couldn't help it. It just
He
happened.
has no self-control.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. I know it. And there were cases like this where, like, women who became widows and stuff, they would really have a tough time because, you know, other women their age didn't really want to include them in social get togethers because, well, who knows? But
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, good one, Auntie Joan.
Yeah, that's fun. Fun. Good good times. Good
Good
times.
times. Good times. I think we've talked about it on the pod before, but I am a huge fan of Kathleen Madigan and have enjoyed a lot of her stand-ups. Have seen her a couple of times in person and
Hmm.
just find her to be very, very funny. She's an little Irish woman who likes her drink and talks about her family. That's my favorite part when she talks about her family, especially her brother Pat. She always says a Pat like that, and I love it.
I really like her too. I don't know if she's been a partner or she's done stuff with Lewis Black because I know I I follow Black on Facebook and I would see pictures of him with Kathleen. Uh,
Yes. They did a lot of overseas stuff for wars and
ah,
stuff. They
ah.
would go over and entertain the troops. And that's where they became friends. And he
Mm.
introduces her acts. So every time the very first
Oh,
thing you hear is Lewis Black's voice, he'll say,
oh.
"Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is Kathleen Madigan." And yeah.
Is she
So
from Chicago? Do you know?
no, she's from Missouri.
Ah,
She's from Missouri. And her latest stand up is out on Prime Video, and it is called Kathleen Madigan, The Family Thread. And it was very good. It was very good. I wish she talked more about her family because like I said, that is my favorite part of her act when she talks about her family. But she did talk about driving through Kansas, and apparently there's a toll booth. And she had asked the woman at the toll, she's like, I'm not going to do this, but I'm just curious, what would happen if I just broke right through the gate and just kept going? And the woman said, "Well, I'm not 100% sure, ma'am, but that would probably mean you never could come back to Kansas." She's like, "So only an upside." She does talk about her family a little bit, and Pat is involved in some of her brother Pat. I want to say he's in finance or something. She always calls him at work, and she's like, "Don't hang up, Pat. I have something to tell." And she like goes on to a long diatribe about something that entered her head, and she's like, "Don't hang up, don't hang up." He hangs up on her sometimes. It's very funny. It's very cute. I just adore her stand up. She did a very nice job. Wasn't probably the one I've laughed at the most, I have to say, but still very entertaining and definitely had my attention. And it goes by so fast. It's only an hour and 2 minutes. And, and of course she saved her family stuff mostly for the end. So that's, I was kind of waiting for that. And she finally got there,
mm.
and it was shorter than usual. But she also talked about Midwest life, the original settlers to the Midwest. So
Oh,
that was really funny, her
huh.
going through that and like, why did people stop here? Like that was far enough. We had enough. She's like, I couldn't even made it that far. She's like, I would have turned back around in whatever, I forget what state she said, but she's not much of a pioneer woman. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I don't think I would have been either.
No, but it's
Although,
a good watch.
although in my youth, maybe, um, I was a lot more, yeah, adventurous in my
Mm-hmm.
youth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely a good one. It's the synopsis that they have out on IMDb basically says it's Madigan's latest special. Madigan's latest special covers gambling's math lessons, which I read that and I was like, I don't even remember that in this special, so it must have been right at the beginning. Midwest settlers, her cats. Oh yeah, I'll tell you about her cats in a minute. Aging parents, and
Mm.
modern church rivalry.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Yeah. Her cats. So, yeah, she basically opened the door one day, and I think there were four of them, kittens, outside crying at her. And
Oh.
apparently there's a large stray or feral cat
Uh-huh.
population in Missouri. I think she was in Missouri at that time. Um, and she, of course, scooped them up and brought them to the vet. And the person at the person waiting on her at the vet's office, receptionist or assistant, whatever, was asking her, we can't treat them without names. So she named them. And I'm trying to remember what it was after. Oh
Was it Winkin',
crap.
Blinkin', and Nod?
No.
Oh,
Why would you say that?
those are three names that just came to my mind.
Okay.
It was a fairy tale, not a fairy tale. It was a nursery rhyme or something.
Oh, never heard of it. Yeah, so I forgot. She had a theme for them, and she just blurted them out as she was going, and that part was pretty funny. Thankfully I don't remember it, so you get to hear it in real time from her, which will be better than hearing it from me anyway. But yeah, and apparently the woman who was waiting on her had no sense of humor whatsoever, and of course Kathleen can't help herself. And just, keeps on trying to make the woman laugh, and she wouldn't do it and wouldn't do it and wouldn't do it. Never did. Never did.
Oh
Very
my
funny.
gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, she was
Huh.
very serious. Very serious.
So did she keep them?
Oh, yeah. They're still her cats. Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
Well, thank
Oh,
you,
that's right.
Kathleen.
Because it was something about is the mother, or have you seen the mother around? Because if the mother's around, you don't want to take them in. And of course, Kathleen, trying to make a joke, was basically calling the mother cat a whore. She's out whoring around somewhere else, and I don't know when she's coming back. It's very silly. She does a really. I forgot about the cats. That was a really funny part too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what the gambling's math lessons. Like nothing's coming to me. They said there's a preview on this page, but there's no preview. I don't know what they're talking about. So I was like, maybe the preview would jog my memory. But I only watched it a few nights ago, Sunday night, I think.
No,
But
no.
anyway.
I don't remember stuff I watched a few nights ago. So.
But if you got an hour and you want a good chuckle, go check out
Yeah.
Kathleen. She's got lots of shows out on Prime, so you can even go watch previous ones. I think there was the one before this one was Hunting Bigfoot, and the one before
Ooh.
that was Kathleen Madigan, Madigan Again. And I think that's the first one I saw on like Prime, I think. But yeah, she's very funny. Give her a shot, folks. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I really like her too. Yeah.
Awesome. All right,
Yeah.
Auntie Joan, anything else for our listener today? Oh, my animals.
Your
My animals that have come to visit.
Oh, yes. Please share.
So I told you guys about the elk herd last week that came by and I was too busy finishing up my stupid
Oh,
walking
yeah.
video
Can you believe it?
to finish that up. But yeah, they came back 3 times yesterday. And of
Three
course,
times.
all 3 times I only got to see it on my security cameras. So first they came by about 6:00 and I was vacuuming. I was trying out my new vacuum. So I didn't even hear the alerts come through from my security camera. So I had no idea they were out there. And then later, I don't know why, I looked at my security camera footage, or maybe I saw that there was, a word notification on my phone. And I was like, oh, that must have been when I took Killian out at dinner time, whatever. I didn't think much of it. Then I was like, wait, what is that? And I clicked on it, and it's like a freaking herd of them again.
Wow.
And they came. Sorry, we have to do that again. And there was a freaking herd of them again, and they were on the side yard. So my side camera caught it first, and then they moved into the backyard. And for some reason, now it could have been me, to be quite honest, 'cause I was in and out of the garage, quite a bit yesterday. A light came on, but I assumed it was the security camera light in Killian's dog run, which is on the back of the garage, that spooked him, and they took off. And you could hear him running. It was very cool.
Oh,
on the
really?
video. Yeah, you could hear him running. So that was cool. But then, I ended up not getting any footage from that camera. So it couldn't have been that camera that turned on. I must have gone into the garage and not realizing, because it was dark, not realizing there was anything out there. And I flipped on the light, and the light shone through the garage into the dog run, and that spooked them, and they took off. It's the only thing I could think of. Was like I said, I got no footage on the dog run camera. And then at like 1 o'clock in the morning, they roamed from the woods up towards the road, and I caught that on the side camera. And because at first I couldn't tell if it was coyotes or elk, but then I saw the size of one, and I'm like, that is not a coyote, that is an elk. So there were a bunch of them. I don't know how many there were. And then at 3 o'clock they came back.
Wow.
But it's distance. It's hard to see like if you didn't know that elk are in the area, you might not be able to tell that they're really elk. You know what I mean? But they definitely are. And it's very funny. And then just before 6 o'clock this morning, I woke up about 6:15, 6:30, something like that. And I looked at my phone, and I saw that, it gave me a camera notification. I was just like, oh, that must have been, again, Killian's last out of the night. And then I saw the time. I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? And I click on it, and a bobcat went strolling by the side of the garage back towards the woods. I'm just like, oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of animals. I haven't seen moose in a while. People are definitely seeing them in the hood, but for some reason they're not making their way over here. But I'm happy to see the elk, because they are, like I said, it doesn't happen often. I wish I would actually get to see them.
Well, that's
instead
why
of watching videos.
Yeah, well, that's why I said you should sleep out on your deck. Get yourself a nice, 50 below sleeping bag, and yeah.
No, I don't think they come through. They're very skittish. The elk are very skittish. Like I have to do when I take pictures, when they are here and I take pictures of them, it's through the windows. If I try to open a door or the slider, they hear the noise and they bolt.
Oh, but if you were sleeping out there, if you were lying out there, in a sleeping bag, they would just think you were a pile of wood or something.
You mean like on the grass?
No, on your deck.
No.
I don't blame you.
No.
I wouldn't do it either.
That won't be happening. And you think Killian's just going to lay there and not make a sound?
No, he'll be inside sleeping.
Yeah, right. No way. No way.
Well, you sure are blessed with a lot of God's creatures coming to you.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Yeah. Maybe they're your guardian angels.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. I do like seeing them. It's fun.
And no more turkeys, huh? They're all...
No, the turkey season's over already for my house.
Uh-huh. It's
They're
over,
gone.
yeah. Yeah, we know why, don't we?
Yeah. They should take refuge here. They know they'd be safe.
Say hi to Auntie.
Hello, Oscar.
Oscar. Did you hear
Beautiful
that?
kitty.
Oscar.
No, I didn't.
He does chatter.
Aw.
Not chatter, he meows. He whines.
He whines a little bit.
So now I think I'm done.
All right. Well, then that wraps it for yet another wonderful Pickled Watermelon Rinds episode. This is Auntie signing off.
And Antie Joan saying, bye-bye now.
Oh.
We thank you for listening. And remember, when life eats away at your core, make pickled watermelon rinds.